Despite sanctions and geopolitical tensions, the European Union continues to import Russian fossil fuels in significant volumes. According to the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air, the EU spent $23 billion on Russian fossil fuels in 2024. This is a 6% drop in the value year on year, but only a 1% reduction in volume. Notably, the EU's fossil fuel imports from Russia exceeded the $19.5 billion in financial aid it provided to Ukraine in 2024. Russia's total fossil fuel revenues in the third year of the invasion reached $253 billion, bringing its total earnings since February of 2022 to $887 billion. Despite sanctions, Russia's revenues have only dropped by 8%. Compared to pre-invasion levels. Europe has scrambled to reduce its dependence on Russia energy, while gas imports have fallen from 45% in 2021 to 18% in 2024. The EU still accounts for 1/4 of Russia's fossil fuel revenues. Analysts suggest that tighter sanctions targeting revenue streams could cut Russia's fossil fuel export earnings by $53 billion annually, or 20% of total revenues. Russia has adapted to sanctions by rerouting oil exports to non-sanctioning countries, using a growing fleet of shadow tankers. In the third year of the invasion, 558 Russian shadow vessels transported 167 million tons of oil, valued at $87 billion. China, India and Turkey remain Russia's largest energy buyers, purchasing 74% of its total fossil fuel exports. China led with $81.6 billion, followed by India at $51.3 billion and Turkey at $35.5 billion. India and Turkey increased their Russian fossil fuel imports by 8% and 6% year on year, respectively. Additionally, G7 countries indirectly contributed to Russian revenues by importing $18.8 billion worth of oil products from 6 refineries in India and Turkey. A key strategy in Russia's sanction evasion is ship-to-ship oil transfers conducted in EU waters. Since the invasion began, 17 million tons of Russian oil has been transshipped via STS operations in EU territorial waters and exclusive economic zones. In the third year of its invasion alone, 5.2 million tons were transshipped, with 43% involving shadow tankers. The highest STS activity was recorded in Greece, Romania, Italy and Malta. These transfers help Russia bypass sanctions, conceal oil origins and optimize supply routes to major buyers. Since February of 2022, 87 hub tankers have been identified, with 68 still active. These vessels operate primarily for STS transfers rather than direct shipments, making enforcement more difficult. The use of shadow tankers raises environmental concerns, as many of these vessels lack the financial backing to cover potential spills, which could cause damages reaching $1.04 billion. Experts suggest that stronger enforcement of sanctions is essential to cut Kremlin revenues and prevent Russian fossil fuels from funding its war efforts. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.